Played 38, won 38. What? How's it going, crew? Welcome back to the channel. Now today's a little different. If you are looking right off the bat, if you are looking for a download tactic you can stick in your game, sit back and chill, let it do the business for you, I don't think this is the one. This is a tactic that Discord member Chris has created that he's worked damn hard for to get those results of played 38, won 38. He did it in his second season. So he's built the tactic, he's built the squad, and then he's got success. So it's not just your typical plug and play. And there you see it. 15th of July 2023 is when he took the screenshot. Champions Barcelona played 38, won 38 for a whopping 139 against 15. Goal difference 124, points 114. Unbelievable, Jeff. So like I said, this came from Discord member Chris. There's my Discord up there. It's unbelievable results, and we're all like, let us see that tactic. We need to see how you did it. So he sent me over some screenshots of the tactic and things that worked, and you can see pretty much from straight away it's built around certain players. Season 2 he's managed to get transfers in, and you can see from these results here for Mbappe, who managed to get to Barcelona, that you really need a quality striker. So for this, it's probably not a tactic for lower down teams. Looking at the results, they are outrageous. You can see the start of his season there. The friendlies into the main games, you've got 6-0, 4-0, 5-0, massive wins over some big teams like Atletico, Malaga getting trounced, Sociedad. It just carried on. Real Madrid beat them in the Copa del Rey, which can happen. I think that's his only defeat, but then you've got big 5-0s, 5-0, 5-1s, a 6-0 against Atletico, which is ridiculous. Quarter-final of the Champions League in that screenshot. Up next is the end of the season, and there it goes. It just rolls on into the Champions League quarter-final, into the semi-final, wins the Champions League against Liverpool, and the last league game of the season, 8-0 against Mallorca. Wild results, right? There is his tactic. He's called it odds ball there. It is Chris Ball, and players that he's brought in, you can see Mbappe up front. He's got Ferran Torres, I think, on the right, and Skriniar from Inter Milan at the back. The rest is all from Barcelona. So it's taken him 2 years to build. Pretty realistically, only the 3 players different from a normal Barca team. Let's have a look at it in more detail now in FM. And there it is. Now there will be a download in the description, but like I said, this is one you need to work at. I don't want to see people jumping in the comments if they've tried it and it hasn't worked for them. You need to work at it. He's worked hard on this. 2 seasons it took him to absolutely nail it. A few new players in, and he's rocking. Now what I like best about this is the team instructions. This is not your typical gegenpress, although 4-2-3-1 might point you towards that. If you look at his team instructions, you can see there's a lower tempo involved. You're working the ball into the box. In transition is the big one. You're countering and you're regrouping. You're not counter-pressing. And out of possession, it's a high line of engagement, and it's more often, but it's not much more often. It's not ultra high line. It's a pretty tiki-taka Barca style tactic really, where you're moving it around the pitch. You're counter-attacking and regrouping a lot like Man City do as well. Now another point that he was big time on telling me was in the bigger games, so I'm thinking in away games to Real Madrid, things like that, he did change a few roles up. So if you're just going to sim a season, you won't be able to do that. What he did in the bigger games, he changed his complete wing backs to standard wing backs on support. So they stick more outside and don't go roaming quite as much. And he also asked his deep line playmaker to sit a bit more on defend, just being a bit more solid. So away games, maybe you go down that route. Home games, you stick to the normal Chris Ball, as he's called it. Honestly, this formation here has brought up some of the most impressive stats I've seen. Barca, when you start the game, they're a bit of a mess. And he did tell me that his first season, when he used Aguero in that advanced forward role, it just didn't work. It didn't work, so you need to get the advanced forward correct. Now, we're not all going to get on Mbappe, are we? But I'm guessing on a system like this, you want a pacey, movement-based striker. Now, I did say this is not a plug-and-play tactic as such. You do need to build it a bit. But curiosity did get the best of me, and I thought, what will this be like with a middle-of-the-table kind of team like Everton? So we gave it a little test. Now, bear in mind, I simmed this season, so I didn't make allowances for away games like Chris did. But this is what it came up with. So we used the tactic with Everton. Some players aren't ideal for this, like I wouldn't have Damari Gray as an advanced playmaker, for example. But it is what it is. And do you know what? They did pretty damn well, competition-wise. 5th in the Premier League, missing out on the Champions League by one measly point, mostly due to these last 3 games here. You can see that, where they lost the last 3 against Arsenal, City and Liverpool. But other than that, they were up there the entire season. Look at this. So it was a great season. Runner-up in the FA Cup as well, and out of the Carabao Cup only by Man City. So, you know, for a team like Everton, it did really well. Now, if I was going into the second season with Everton, with this tactic, there'd be areas I'd be able to improve. I'd have a different playmaker, for example, probably a different inside forward, Mazzala. So by purely doing it with Everton, it shows the tactic does have legs. But it is a builder tactic where you can take your time and try and build a bit of a legacy with this tactic with Chris Ball. Super impressive results from Chris. Unbelievable. I've never managed to get anywhere close to that in my entire history of Football Manager and Championship Manager. So fair play, fella. If you guys have got any tactics or results similar to that, jump in my Discord. The link is in the About section. Get in the FM22 section, and share it, and I'll make a little video as well so people can see how well you have done.